Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it has been such a long time since I have posted a video. If you guys follow me on Twitter, you know that I am still suffering from an injury. I still have sciatica, which makes it very difficult to sit for long periods of time, hence why I have not been streaming and uploading videos. I am getting slowly but surely back into uploading videos since I am recovering little by little. So anyway, that is the explanation of why videos are very scarce. But I was watching the Realm of Magic stream today, and I was so inspired to to create a good and a bad witch. And so that is what we are doing in this video. I love these types of create a sim videos where it's like good twin versus bad twin, or like opposites type of create a sim, and so I got really excited to do a good versus evil witch. So the first one I have here, this one was pretty easy because I feel like, you know, a good witch is going to be like innocent looking and very, I don't know, she's going to look a little more conservative, a little more friendly, and just look a lot more approachable, which is pretty easy to kind of, at least for me, to kind of create. So here we have this witch who I did give some traits, aspirations, and a name later. We'll talk about that. But for here, finding her outfit was pretty easy. I definitely wanted her to look very polished, but still really cute. So I ended up going with some boots, a really pretty dress. But I love this dress for her because it's got like little designs in the top chest area and in the back. So it is a little more conservative than what the Bad Witch wears, but it still has like really cute designs that give it a little, I don't want to say magical, but I don't know, I love the design of it. So I really like this dress for her. The hair, that is tough because there's so many hairstyles to pick from. Ideally, I was going to go with like a long, beautiful blonde hair, but I ended up going with this short one because I love the detail of this one and how beautiful it is with the waves, the subtle waves, the length of it, the little side pieces, and of course how it's half up. So I really love that. And then for her makeup, I ended up going with just something simple and cute, just a little bit of makeup, not too much. And then I did give her a ton of jewelry because I feel like witches and wizards, they wear quite a bit of jewelry. So this is how she came out, and if you look up on the corner, I did name her. I just left her last name as Magic, and then I pretty much just gave her some aspirations that I thought would be really good for a good witch. So I went ahead and gave her I believe I gave her Friend of the World. And then I gave her she's good, she loves outdoors, and she's cheerful. Now, I did end up giving her a tan. If you saw the beginning of me creating her, she was lighter skin, and then I realized, okay, well, if she loves outdoors, she probably gets the tan. So you will see that I did make her skin a little bit darker and give her a little bit of a tan since she does love going to the outdoors. So here she is. Here is my beautiful good witch. Again, I honestly just thought that she would look good just being a little more approachable looking, conservative, very minimal. She almost kind of blends in with like the rest of the Sims and Townies, which is really good for her because she really just wants to be the friend of everybody, the friend of the world, or whatever it's called. So yeah, up here I'm just going through all the traits and aspirations. And honestly, sometimes I do this in the beginning or at the end. If I'm having a hard time, like, what am I creating, who am I creating, I will do the traits in the beginning so that I kind of have a story to create the sim. But for this one, I already knew what I wanted her to be like, so I gave her traits at the end. Now we're moving on to the Bad Witch, or in this case I call her the Evil Witch. This one took a lot longer to make because there's so many options when it comes to looking evil as opposed to like looking good. I feel like it's a little more straightforward, but looking evil, there's so many options. So I kind of already knew the hair I wanted to give her, but her face was a bit hard to play with. I don't know what's been going on, but lately I've been having a hard time with face shape and lips, and like I always feel like something is missing. And so for this one, I definitely spent a lot of time. It was the lips and the shape of the face that was kind of throwing me off. The eyes and the eyebrows were fine. So I hate that. I don't know if that ever happens to you, but it happens to me where I'm staring at a sim and I'm like, what is missing or what is not right with this sim? And so that kind of happened with this one. So you'll see me go back and forth with the face. But I did love giving her those purpley reddish eyes. I haven't done that to a sim. I don't play a lot with vampires, and that kind of made it a little difficult when it came to making the Bad Witch because she was kind of turning out a little vampire-y. And I didn't want that per se. Like, I wanted her to look evil, but not necessarily a vampire. So you will see that I did lighten her skin a little bit because she is in the shadows a lot. You know, she's an evil witch, so she doesn't really get out very often. But I almost lightened it to where she looked like a vampire. So I had to go back in and kind of give her like an in-between kind of skin tone where she's not super pale and she's not tan either. So here, right here is where I made her way too tan. And at the end, I was like, that's kind of messing it up. She needs to be like not vampire pale because it was just so hard. There's so many clothing items that like are obviously vampire that I wanted to use for her, but I also didn't want her to look like a vampire, if that makes sense. Like, I wanted to use the vampire clothing, but it gave it away that she kind of looked like a vampire. Now, this is pre Realm of Magic. I'm not using any of the Realm of Magic stuff. This is in preparation for Realm of Magic. So that's why I just used a lot of vampire stuff for for this sim. Now, I also don't get to use a lot of like the crazy eye makeup art, so that was really fun. I forget we have all of that. We have so many different types of like eyeshadow and eye makeup, and I totally forgot to use it in like other packs. Also, I did want to add some scars to her face, but it took away from the eye makeup and it just was too much. So I did want to add some scars, but I just didn't end up doing that. So here's what I mean by like, as an evil witch, I wanted to naturally add a lot of like dark gothic vampire stuff, but then it just gave too much vampire vibes, especially because her skin was already really pale. So I ended up sticking with this. I love this dress. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's from Spooky Stuff, right? It's a Halloween dress. I've never used it. I love this dress for the Bad Witch. She is wearing this with some fishnet stockings, which I also never use, and then some really sexy boots. Then for necklace, there's a ton of necklace options, but I ended up kind of keeping it a little simple so that it didn't clash with the hairstyle, because it felt like too much with any other elegant, elaborate necklace. So here I was adjusting her skin tone. So she's still really fair skin because again, she's working a lot in the dark and the shadows. She doesn't get out very much, but I didn't want her to be too pale. So this is her. She is done. I gave her a name. She also has the last name Magic. I don't envision them being sisters, but I just gave them both the last name Magic. And then she does have her traits up there. She has, I think, Master of Mischief, and she has evil, snob, and hot-headed. So those are her traits. I personally loved how she turned out. It was a little, again, tricky because there's so many options. Like her hair, I spent so much time trying to figure out that's what I wanted, and I kind of kept it elegant and sexy because to me she's not like a crazy like scary witch. She's still like able to, she's kind of like a bad witch in a like seductive kind of way. Like she likes to get things her way, and so I wanted her to still look sexy, and so that's why I kind of kept a really nice hairstyle, whereas the other one, the Good Witch, she has a really cute like playful kind of hairstyle, if that makes sense. So this is her. This is the evil witch, and I really liked how she turned out. That dress I've never used. I really love how that dress is for her, and then definitely those fishnet stockings since I didn't get to use them, but that is the evil witch. And that is it for my good and bad witch. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was a quick one, but this was so fun to make. I'm looking forward to making more witches because I'm so excited for Realm of Magic. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.